Okay, Roger, Mud Fossil University. What I need to do is, if someone can get a hold of anyone in Mauratania, I need to talk to somebody in the antiquities there, and it regards this. They've lost the truth of what happened here in their land, and I want to talk to them about it. And here, listen to this.
A huge flat plain, the Abyssal Plain. Abyssal plains cover about a third of the whole planet, about as much as all dry land combined. Off the coast of North Africa, the flat plain of mud and sand was created by a cataclysmic event. Geologist Peter Tolling walks across the aftermath of this event.
Here we are offshore from northwest Africa, and I'm standing on top of a deposit of sand and mud from a submarine flow that happened about 60,000 years ago.
Submarine flow. They think it happened off the coast. Now, I'll let them continue to talk.
That flow, an underwater sandstorm, was on a scale that's hard to imagine. In just a few hours, it moved more sediment than all the rivers in the world carry in a year. It started as a landslide through a canyon offshore from...
All right, they say it started offshore. That is just unbelievable that they could say that.
North Africa, like those in Monterey Canyon. But this avalanche was much more powerful.
I'm not going to bother having them say any more, because they say it happened offshore of the coast of Africa. Now, that is absolutely wrong, and not a person with eyes in their head that actually did any research would make that statement. All right, this is the event they're talking about. You see this here? This is all mud. It ran out of here right into the ocean. Over here is the Cape Verde Islands that created these. There was a little volcano here, and it spewed around it. But it just poured out of here, and that was when Atlantis collapsed. It's all been recorded by Herodotus and by Plato and Socrates and Timaeus. It's all in history. It's before your very eyes. There is not a certain person in the face of the planet could miss this. And they say it started offshore. Now, plus they have no clue about the history of these things. They make up things. Atlantis was here. Plato put it 9,000 years before his time, which was around 400 BC. All right, so it puts about 11,400 years ago. Atlantis collapsed. The whole ocean flew out of here. And I need to talk to somebody in Mauratania, because I have some more very, very important information for them that I don't want to just spill out. I need to talk to these people. If something, I can't get through to anybody. So if anybody has any connections with Mauratania, antiquities, government, anything, I would certainly like to talk to them. All right, and I also need to talk to somebody in China. These feet, I believe, are the no-toes that we found. Of course, it's all eroded, but you can see the toes are inside the no-toes, but they're normally completely encased. And that, I believe, is the spring of a no-toe. I have one over here that is not eroded at all. This is what the no-toes look like here when they're complete, and they're not eroded at all. That's what the no-toes look like. Very big, lumpy feet. And this is the first time I've seen a complete skeleton that is from a no-toes. And it says here, 2 new finds from China. And this is extremely interesting to me, because these are the feet. You see them up there? That's the feet. And we have all kinds of information about these feet. I have literally hundreds of them. And nobody seems to have any interest in it. So this is the first time I've seen a full skeleton. But there's so many of these things around, and they're ignored. So I don't know what else to say. If I could talk to somebody in China about this discovery here, that would be fabulous. And somebody in Mauritania about the collapse of Atlantis. So I suppose that's what I need to get done. All right, there's a little more information about the no-toes that that we have here in the United States. But they're all over the place, everywhere. Every single place that has contacted me has been finding notos. They're just, the earth is littered with them. And they can be gigantic. I mean, they can be gigantic, miles. That's a no-toe foot underneath. That's the ball of the heel of the foot. And this pad is a pad that is made out of a different material than the upper part. This is, I believe they call that material gumite. And then this is obviously a different material underneath here. And this one here appears to, these appear to be constructed. It's got some kind of a wing nut on the bottom here. That's all I can say. We need to get somebody that is willing to look into this and do a little research on it, because I think we've gone about as far as we can go. So anyway, that's the deal. All right, anybody can help. We're looking for help.